Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. Fanboy Fridays. Fanboys, this is not the video for you. If you are feeling emotional today, this is not the video for you. You see the title. 3 reasons why LeBron James is not a true alpha. So let's go ahead and get into this. Reason number 1. LeBron James does not command respect. LeBron James does not command respect. How do we know this? We know this because LeBron James demands respect. You need an example? Just go rewatch that ESPY Award speech. You guys may not like me, but you will respect me. That is demanding respect. That is a you will respect me or else kind of statement. Real alphas command respect. And what is commanding respect? Commanding respect is having others respect and admire you because of your actions. You never have to say it. People can just watch the way you go about the things that you do, and that respect is given. Look no further than Michael Jordan. People watched the way he conducted himself on the court. People watched the way that he conducted himself in practice. Fierce in practice. Just as fierce in practice as he was on the court. People watched the evolution of his game. People watched people criticize him and say, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that. And him turn those weaknesses into strengths. That's a big deal. People watched that Michael Jordan was just generally a fierce competitor and a hard worker and held himself accountable and held his teammates accountable. We do not observe those same things in LeBron James, which is why he feels the need to demand his respect. You have to demand respect when you know that your actions aren't gaining you the respect by themselves. When you're doing stuff like flopping, that is not a respectable action. Fanboys, defend that one. Defend it. I would like to hear it. Flopping is not a respectable action. Super teams. Again, that is not a respectable action. Not giving your teammates their proper credit, again, is not a respectable action. And being a front runner is not a respectable action. You know, only holding your head up high when things are going your way, it's not respectable. People can see that. So LeBron James has to demand respect because his actions do not command respect. Another thing, again, I've said this on this channel several times, LeBron James is only an alpha until another alpha shows up. First person I think of, Kobe Bryant. So there's at least 2 interviews out there on YouTube where LeBron and Kobe are being interviewed together. The interviewer asks LeBron who's the best player in the league, and LeBron says Kobe Bryant. Now, although he was absolutely correct, I have a problem with that. It's like, with you being another superstar in the league, vying for the position, trying to make your name, supposed to be a competitor, I have a problem with you just outright admitting while sitting next to Kobe Bryant that Kobe is better than you. But I know why you did it, because Kobe is actually a true alpha. And had you said otherwise, Kobe Bryant would have checked you on the spot. Kobe Bryant would have lit you up in the next game. So yeah, LeBron James is an alpha until another alpha shows up. Another thing that I thought was interesting, there's an interview out there of Kobe Bryant saying that he would love to play with LeBron James. Now, on the surface, you may think nothing of it, or you might even think, wow, Kobe wouldn't mind playing with another great player like LeBron James. But the way I see this is, to me, that is an insult to LeBron James. That is an insult because to me, that means Kobe doesn't see you on that level. Kobe sees you as somebody who can pass me the ball. Yeah, I would love to play with LeBron James. You know, he's somebody who would be good at constantly getting me the ball. So yeah. Again, LeBron James is an alpha until a real alpha shows up. Reason number two. Reason number two, LeBron James is not a real alpha. He has too great a need to be praised. We can look to Michael Jordan, the GOAT, as an example of a true alpha. Michael Jordan, as much as people talk about him good and bad, as much as the present media tries to diminish his legacy at every turn, as much as you fanboys try to make what he did seem much less than what it was, 6-0 in the finals with never allowing a Game 7, from 1991 to 98, never lost 3 games in a row, won 25 out of 26 playoff series. I mean, the list just goes on with this guy. But you never see Michael Jordan on social media constantly having to refute these claims made by you fanboys or by the media at large. You never see him doing that. Because Michael Jordan doesn't have the need to be praised. Because Michael Jordan commands respect. Because anything you need to know about Michael Jordan, all you have to do is go to YouTube and watch some of his games. His game has always spoke for itself. Michael Jordan did not have to do any talking. And he still doesn't have to do any talking. Michael Jordan doesn't have this need to constantly be praised like your King fanboys, the Deer. It has so much of a need to be praised that he doesn't understand that he would look much better if he actually gave other players their proper credit. And here we go. LeBron James is good about giving lower level role players their credit, you know, or at least attempting to look like it. But what LeBron James is not good at is giving other all-stars / superstars their credit. LeBron James doesn't give Ray Allen his credit for saving his career, and D Wade for that matter. LeBron James never gives Kyrie his proper credit for hitting the biggest shot in Cleveland history. LeBron James doesn't give AD his credit for hitting the biggest shot during the Disney ring. He never gives these people their just credit. Whereas contrast that with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan gave Steve Kerr so much props for making that shot. And again, if you've been following my channel, you know, recently I found the backstory of that shot. And to me, that just makes Michael Jordan all the more amazing. Makes you respect Michael Jordan even more. The fact that, again, go back and look at that play, people. Michael Jordan didn't have to pass that ball to Steve Kerr. Michael Jordan wanted to pass that ball to Steve Kerr. And when you learn the backstory, which is, I think it was a game or two before that, Steve Kerr had missed a big shot. And I'm pretty sure Steve Kerr wife had even told Michael Jordan that, Steve Kerr has been really hard on himself about missing that shot, maybe even not sleeping well because of missing that shot. And Michael Jordan wanted to give Steve Kerr a chance to redeem himself. Go back and relook at that play. Once Michael Jordan got double teamed, but once he had faked, he could have rose up for a pretty wide open shot. But he wanted to give Steve Kerr a chance to redeem himself. That's what you call trusting your teammates. And more important than that, that's what you call showing some compassion for your teammates. And Michael Jordan gave Steve Kerr all the credit for knocking down that big shot. This is something that we don't see from LeBron James. This is something that LeBron James doesn't understand, that if he did stuff like that, he would actually look better in the eyes of the public. If every time someone brought up the 2016 finals, LeBron said, hey, I played my heart out, but man, I got to give credit to Kyrie because he really hit the shot that clinched the series. I got to give him that credit. People would look at LeBron James in such a different light. If every time someone brought up those 2013 finals, if LeBron said, hey, man, we played our hearts out, but Ray Allen, or he saved it for us. People would look at LeBron James in such a different light. He doesn't get that, though, because he's too busy fishing for his own personal praise. And last but not least, reason number 3, LeBron James is not a real alpha, is because LeBron James is not a real competitor. How can we say this? Because LeBron James does not do the things that real competitors do. Let's start with the flopping. Flopping is one of the least competitive things. As a matter of fact, I would say it is the opposite of being competitive. Flopping is the opposite of being competitive. Flopping is trying to cheat your way to a win. Flopping is trying to cheat your way to a call. Flopping is saying, hey, I don't have confidence enough in my actual skills as a basketball player to overcome whatever challenges there may be. Yes, fanboys, we all know that in the game of basketball that there are going to be bad calls that go your way. There are going to be bad calls that go to the other team. There are going to be times where the calls are just lopsided in your favor. There are going to be times where the calls are lopsided in favor of the other team. But a true competitor says, hey, my skills will overcome whatever circumstances are put in front of me. Not, I feel that the other team is getting unjust calls, so let me flop. That's your king. That's the deer. Another uncompetitive thing that LeBron James does is the whining about calls, which we already seeing in abundance this season, but that has been a staple in LeBron James' career. I cannot explain to you the disgust I feel when I see LeBron James whining about calls. When I see LeBron James drop to his knees in anguish about a call. And we're not talking about contesting calls. We're not talking about getting angry about calls. We're talking about literally whining like a child, like a baby about some calls. Like, oh my goodness, you're destroying my career with this call. That's what we're talking about. LeBron James whining is one of the most uncompetitive things that you can witness on a basketball court. It is totally ridiculous. Fanboys, drop your excuses in the comments. Go ahead. I know you got them on deck. Just drop them in the comments. I'll put them on next Fanboy Fridays. Whining is not an alpha thing to do. Another thing that is not an alpha thing to do is super teams. Fanboys, super teams is not an alpha thing to do. Alphas compete with each other. Alpha says that, hey, you're one of the top spots, I'm gonna take that spot from you. Just like when you equate it to wolf packs. There can only be one alpha. And in order for that alpha to be replaced, another alpha has to come and challenge and dethrone. Creating super teams is not an alpha move. LeBron James, Kevin Durant, James Harden. I mean, it's really just run rampant through this league, which is why we call it the Barbie era, the softest era in the history of basketball we are living in today. The so-called most skilled, the so-called most athletic is the softest era that we are living in today. And fanboys, let me give you this. You guys are a perfect representation of this softest era. None of you fanboys are alphas. Not one. Because if you can justify the behavior of the deer, then you are definitely not an alpha. But anyway, we are going to wrap this up here. I have went on long enough. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think LeBron James is a true alpha? Or do you think like I think? LeBron James is only an alpha until a real alpha shows up. Let me know what you think in the comments. You all have a truly fantastic day, and I will see you next time. All right.